Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. Okay, here we have today a Mazda CX-30 GT Sport. This car is a November 2020 car. Okay, I think it was 3 years old a couple of days ago. Presented in machine grey with the black leather interior. Now these are very desirable. They're a very high spec. Throughout the range, the Mazdas are very high spec. But the GT Sport has the addition of like the BOSE stereo, the leather seats, etc, etc. We'll go through the spec in more detail when we get in the car. But please do study the photos and this video. This car is in beautiful condition. And I know you're all thinking, of course he's saying that. This has done 6,040 miles. So this looks like, feels like a car that's done 6,040 miles. I mean, that's like demo mileage. The lady works from home, really doesn't use the car much at all. And in case you're curious, she's gone away with the same car, the same colour. This one she nicknamed Fuzzy, and the one she picked up she's nicknamed Guppy. Now if you're watching this video, thank you very much for the car. We're very pleased with it. So condition of the car is brilliant. Now what I want to do, I want to take you around into the boot, and then we'll work our way into the vehicle. Now this is a SKYACTIV-G, okay? So you've got a G and an X engine. These are 122 PS, that's the power output, and the X's were 180, okay? They drive very similar. In fact, I personally couldn't tell the difference, but the X engine is really would really benefit someone who's doing a lot of mileage, because it will give you a really good MPG on the motorway. Not that this won't, this will as well, but the X engine, it's got some super duper atomization, and it will give you sort of diesel MPG out of a petrol car. These G engine cars, these have even got cylinder deactivation, so it will go down to 2 cylinders when it can, so when you're kind of coasting, to give you that extra MPG. And it's also a mild hybrid, okay? So the car's not powered by electric, it's not, the wheels aren't driven by electric, but any energy lost through braking, slowing down, is redirected into a battery in the car, which will then run things like your wipers, your lights, your in-car entertainment, etc. Less stress on the engine, uses less fuel. So that's what a mild hybrid is. It's not something exclusive to Mazda. There are many cars that employ that technology. Okay, so let's take a look in Fuzzy's boot. Okay, so you've got a very good boot space. Now, let you in a little secret, we haven't even cleaned the car. It's that good, okay? And to be honest, we didn't have time to do it, but it will be fully valeted in the next couple of days. You've got this very clever boot tidy here, okay, which they no longer offer on these cars, or it might be an accessory. So you can sort of divide up the boot and stop your shopping from rolling around, okay? Under here, you've got a BOSE speaker, okay, because this has got the BOSE premium sound system. But look, there is room there for a spare wheel should you require one. If you need any extra space, you can pop this parcel shelf out and fold the seats down. It's a 60-40 split format. And to close this boot, just press that button there. There's also a button in the car, and there's a button on the key fob. Now you've got privacy glass to the rears, tinted glass all round. You've got this very lovely black leather. It's perforated, and there's like a rubiness to it, or where the perforation is, which is very nice indeed. But obviously it's a personal thing at the end of the day, but I think it's very tasteful. And then on the 2 outer rear seats, you've got ISOFIX anchorages. So this is a family-friendly car. And which brings me on to the next point of this car being extremely safe. So much as I believe it was voted or scored the safest car on the road when launched back in, I think it was 2020 or end of 2019. So it was the safest car, and I'm sure it still is one of the safest, if not the safest car on the road. Also has a BOSE stereo, electric windows, mirrors. You've got electric seat up front, that's 8-way plus lumbar, and you've got memory here. Again, you can program your key fobs as well. So let's hop in the car. What have I done with the keys? Here they are. So 2 keys with the car. Put your foot on the brake, press the button, car fires into life. Now remember what I was saying about that mileage? Well, there it is, 6,040 miles. Okay, now, sorry, let me draw your attention to the binnacle. I do like this binnacle. It's got TFT display. So look, when I start it up, look at that. I just think that's really stylish. So yeah, 6,040 miles, so super low mileage. You've got a heads-up display, which is fully adjustable. A temperature gauge, which is a rare sight these days. All very nice indeed. You've got rake and reach on the steering column. Paddle shifts, you can drive it manually. Adaptive cruise control. Auto lights, wipers with high beam control. And the lights are adaptive, so they will turn as you turn in the road. I drove to Norfolk in an old car with halogen lights, not adaptive or anything like that. And I wish I was driving one of these. I did it on Saturday night when it was like a storm. I say, I wish I had one of these. It would have been brilliant. I can see more at night on an unlit road in one of these than I can in the day, if that makes sense. You've got dual zone climate, heated steering wheel, heated seats, CD player, USBs. Now you're lucky to see a CD player because at about this time they deleted the CD player. So you've got more value for money now with a CD player, okay? You've got drinks holders in there. Beautiful piano black finish. Now you've got a 6-speed gearbox. You can drive it manually and with the paddles. And I just want to emphasise, this is a 6-speed automatic gearbox with a torque converter. So I'm not trying to sort of baffle you with any sort of technical jargon here, but a torque converter is your traditional, seamless, reliable gear change that doesn't roll back on hills, which I think is a fantastic thing, because there's a lot of hybrid gearboxes out there that do roll back and bits and pieces like that. So this doesn't. They're fantastic. And a lot of people, when they phone us up, that's what they want to know. Is your automatic gearbox a proper gearbox? And I think what they mean by that is, does it have a torque converter? Which it does. Okay, so you've got, remember I mentioned mild hybrid. So this will probably explain it a little bit better. Fuel efficiency monitor. There you go. So this battery here, you've got 6 cells. So that cell can power things like my climate control, radio, etc. So less stress on the engine, it uses less fuel. There's the cylinder deactivation, so it'll actually notify you when it goes down to 2 cylinders. Just if you want to be, you know, nosy or interested. I think I've done it once when I first had a ride in one of these cars. So that's your mild hybrid for you. Vehicle status monitor, it's probably telling me, there you go, the door's open and I'm low on fuel, which I know. Okay. Entertainment, the car is incredibly entertaining because it's got everything I would need. FM, AM, DAB, Bluetooth, USBs for audio and video. Never tried to watch a video. Maybe you could try and let me know. And a disc. Okay, so everything there. And then you can pair up your phone for calls, but also your smartphone, and then you can navigate and view your apps on this screen here through the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Okay, it's got a great navigation system should you want to use the built-in one, but obviously through the smartphone you can use the others. Add destination and off you go. Very good. But I know people like to use Google Maps and Waze, etc. Unfortunately for me, I just tend to spend my time driving to and from work, and I can kind of do that in autopilot. But if I was to venture out, and actually I'll tell a lie, when I went to Norfolk, I did use Google Maps. I was driving a very old car, so I used my phone. In-vehicle display, you can change bits and pieces there. Sound settings, it's a BOSE sound system, it's amazing. Safety settings, remember I was speaking about this. See, look at this. Mazda radar cruise control, speed limit sign alert, driver attention alert, so it'll tell you when you're tired. Not that you probably don't need reminding of that. Safety alerts, lane departure warning. So if you were to veer out of a lane without indicating, the car will warn you. If you were to rear cross traffic alert, if you were to reverse out of a out of my drive. Let's say I'm reversing out of my drive. I've been lazy. I haven't reversed into it, so I'm reversing out. My roads uses a cut through during rush hour. Someone's coming along. It will warn me someone's coming along, which is really helpful. Yeah, but also good for supermarket car parks, I'd say. Blind spot monitoring. So there's lights that will light up in the wing mirrors should somebody under or overtake you. Okay. Lane departure warning. It just goes on and on and on. Okay. Lane keep assist helps keep you in the lanes. Within the white lines. I mean, it's just fantastic. Okay, so a few things I want to speak about. Part exchange is very, very welcome, regardless of make or model. In the last 24 hours, we've sold an Alfa Romeo, an F-Type Jaguar, and a Vauxhall Corsa. So as you can see, we do offer other makes and models. Therefore, you will get the best deal with a part exchange, despite what these heavily advertised companies tell you with these glossy websites about, you know, getting a better deal, etc. Do try us, yeah? But please do punch your reg number in and all those things you're heavily encouraged to do. But get in touch. We want you to have a seamless, enjoyable buying experience. And should you be looking outside our regular business hours, don't let that put you off inquiring. You can drop us an email or pick up the phone, leave a voicemail. We'll get pinged out of hours and we'll come back to you. We do respond out of hours. Okay, so we covered part exchange, covered in inquiries. If you need more photos, videos, or any info in this car, please don't hesitate to get in touch. And please do check out our reviews. You'll see, you'll get a good reflection of what sort of people we are to do business with. The car will come with a 12-month warranty. That's the follow-on from the Mazda warranty. So it'll even be branded a Mazda warranty, okay? It has roadside assistance for 12 months and MOT insurance for 12 months. It is one of those warranties that are really worth the paper they're printed on. In fact, you get a digital copy, and it won't leave you feeling frustrated, or us either. Okay, so warranty will be covered. We've got great finance facilities, delivery facilities. I say we really are here to help. So I want to thank you for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Bye-bye.